All right, I'm going to do my weekly market review. Easter Sunday. Happy Easter, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. Okay, we're going to start off with the S&P, which is ES on the weekly. We can see on the weekly, all right, not last week, but the week before that, we hit this level, which everyone was pretty much looking at, which was right above the 200-day week moving average on the weekly chart. We hit that and we wicked up. So there's a little bullishness here. All right. We got above the 5 EMA on the weekly, but we couldn't stay above it. We dropped right back down. Okay, so are we going to go up or are we going to go down? It's still, as far as long term, it doesn't say anything on the chart. We haven't reached 50 RSI. Last week we were pretty much at the previous week we were at pretty much 40 RSI, and we're at pretty much 40 RSI now. So nothing much has changed as far as the whether being oversold or overbought. All right, let's go to the daily. All right, the daily, yeah, we wicked off of that level here. We came up and we had this really big green candle. And right now, if you look at the daily, it seems like the 20-day moving average, this red line, is resistance. And not only is this level the 20-day moving average, but it's also previous support. So a lot of times support can become resistance. So we have that confluence, being that we've got, you create a better trade when there's confluence. Right here, you got a lot of traders that will be looking to go short here because of this, this being previous support. And then you got a lot of traders that also see the 20-day moving average as a pullback area. So you basically I guess it wouldn't be called buying the dip, but selling the rip is what they would be doing here at the 20-day moving average. So right here, you're going to get at this area, you can imagine you're going to get a lot of selling pressure because there's confluence that says, hey, it's time to sell this rip. So let's see. We came down, we got back up to the 20-day, and then we kind of like stayed in this tight range this day. It was an inside candle. Then we fell. We got below the 5 EMA. And we came back up above the 5 EMA really quickly before we fell down again. So this afternoon or this evening, the futures market is, are we going to start the day off with a gap down? Or are we going to head up? Who knows? If I were to guess with this price action, I would say we would maybe go down a little bit more, but I wouldn't bet on that at this point. But yeah, that's where we are. We're definitely not in a state of full bullishness, but we're not fully bearish like we were here, like this and this. These were definitely bearish situations, no question, with these big red candles, with tiny green candles, big red candles. We're just over the 40 RSI on the daily chart, so we haven't hit the 50. If we were to hold over the 50, I definitely feel more comfortable about being bullish. But right now, I'm not. All right, so let's go to NQ. That's the NASDAQ. Go to the weekly. All right, we did the same thing with ES. We hit that level here and bounced right off of it. We wicked right off of that level. And we had a big green week before last. And this week we kind of we stayed in the range of last week. We didn't get higher than that range, and we didn't get anywhere near the low of that range, but we didn't break above it. And that's what I'm looking for to see if we're possibly heading into a more bullish territory as I need to start seeing higher highs on the weekly. And we haven't done that yet. All right. Same with ES. We're still at the 40 RSI. So it's better than it was. It's better than being at 30, but it would be nice if we can hold above the 50. All right. The daily on NQ, pretty much the same thing as ES. Is the 20-day moving average is resistance, and that's along with this previous support. That's kind of keeping us down, and it's providing some selling pressure. Yeah, we got above the 5 EMA, retested the 20, got back below it a little bit, and tested it again, and then we fell under the 5 EMA. This area right here is on NQ, I'm noticing is pretty good support for NQ, which is the 18,000 level. It's holding as support pretty well so far. But the concern is that we couldn't hold above the 5 EMA. When we got above it on Thursday, we wicked right back down. So that's concerning for me as far as being bullish. So if based on the technicals, if I had to take a trade, I'm not in a trade on it, but if I had to be in a trade right now, I would go with bearish. But we very well could just pop up and gap up, and who knows. Okay, so those are the indices, and now we'll go to gold. Okay, gold is still flying. I mean, we've been taking a break here and there, but we're still pretty much flying. Let's see on the week. Yeah, we're just flying. I mean, we're at the 80 RSI on the weekly, and who knows when we'll stop. You know, what will be, the limit as far as when we stop making all-time highs, because we keep making all-time highs on gold. All right, let's go to the daily chart. All right, so we took a small break here, and we just went sideways to touch to 5 EMA. I noticed on looking at gold, we love to just stay at the 5 EMA. We love to just stay right on it. And if we get too far from it, which is what we did here, and firstly here, we like to get back to it. So we blasted above it, and then we just went sideways until we actually hit it. And then once we actually hit it, we blasted up again. I'm sorry. And then we actually just kind of had a nice deep fall down close to it. We didn't quite get to it before we wicked back up again. So we're still very bullish on gold or GC. I've been trading gold a lot, gold and ES lately. Those have been what I've been trading the most, which is interesting because typically I don't prefer to trade gold, but it's been working. They've been working out for me lately. I've been getting to understand the charts and how gold works a lot more. So, yeah, so we're still looking bullish on gold. We're really oversold, but we shall see how far gold can go. All right, crude. Crude is the one I trade the least. All right, the week before, the last 2 weeks prior to last week, we were pretty bearish. Well, we got really bearish here. We broke this level level that had been support for a while. We got lower, and then we wicked up really, really good. We got high. We got really high off that push up, and I believe it was the reversal of the postponement of the Trump tariffs. And last week, we were pretty bullish. We moved up to that 5 EMA on the weekly, or close to the 5 EMA on weekly. And we're getting up to the 40 RSI on the weekly. We're not quite there, but we're trying to make it up there. So at this point, this could easily just be a pull up to fall back down. Especially considering we haven't even hit the 40 RSI on the weekly, and we haven't quite touched the 5 EMA on the weekly. So at this point, crude could be going straight down after this. Who knows? Okay, if we look at the daily, we had a whole bunch of red right here. We popped up, and then we kind of stayed in a range, and this candle kind of made a higher high than the previous highs. This one here, we almost got to the 20 EMA. We kind of didn't want to go over it because we wicked down a little bit. So, yeah, like I said, looking at the weekly, there's nothing necessarily bullish about crude right now. This is also a level which is previous support. We can come up here and then fall back down. But yeah, I'm definitely not bullish on crude right now. Unless it's some really fundamentally good news comes out with crude, I wouldn't be bullish on crude at all. We're almost at the 50 RSI on the daily. We haven't been really good. It's been a while since crude's been good at holding over the 50 RSI for a longer time, like the indices like NQ and ES has held over the 50 RSI on the daily when they're in a good bullish trend. But we haven't been staying much in a good bullish trend on crude. We've just kind of been in this wedge. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, gold's doing great. The indices are kind of wait and see. We may get bullish. We'll see next week. I think next week will be the tail, but who knows what Trump will do. You just don't know what kind of news will come out. But and crude to me is still quite bearish, but who knows. All right, that concludes my weekly review. And again, I hope everyone had a great Easter. Goodbye.